Well, hi there guys and welcome to another video. I'm here today.
I am also here today.
We are both here today, the dogs are behind us. And today we are going lo-fi. There's been very little going on, and so I thought we'd have a look at some photographs. Isn't that exciting?
So exciting.
But when I met you, I kind of stopped taking photographs and started taking videos, so you're basically none of it.
Well, it's good that we have a history together photographically.
Excellent. So yes, I have been loading the projection carousel for 24 hours now. So without further ado, should we get started?
Let us start.
Let's get started. Well, here's the first picture. That's the OCC.
That's where we live.
That is where we live.
Although not in the entire house, that would be.
Just the bit on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Next, this picture is of the side garden. Quite a while ago though.
I mean, technically it's of a heating lamp in a side garden that you can't actually see, but...
That's true, it's not a very good picture, is it? But yes, I did used to have that heating lamp and that bench. So that's interesting.
Yes.
Next, we have
Blue screen.
a blue screen. That was when I was setting up my HTC Vive for the first time. I installed some drivers and it blue screened and it never came back, and I had to rebuild the machine from scratch.
Gosh.
Yeah, you can see in the corners my beacony things. I had to move one to the other side of the room because I didn't read the instructions, and you have to have them on opposite sides of you. Anyway, well, that's another picture of the OCC.
Yeah.
Next, that's me actually using it. As you can see, the beacon is now behind me.
I do see that, and I do see, for your loyal viewers, you're in the same position that you were in the video where you went on a hunt for a key.
I did go on a hunt for a key. Those were good times, yes. Yes, the room's a little more Spartan back then.
It's quite a bit more sparse.
But we didn't have dogs.
Or a sofa that was not 10 years old.
That's true, yeah. Next. Now this is me in the same side garden, but somewhat earlier. Probably early 20s in that picture, me.
You don't look altogether that different.
Not really, no, I don't grin like that anymore though.
No, thankfully. That's
But of course,
good for all of us.
there's no patio.
No patio. Still got the occasional chairs
Yeah.
that were sat on.
Yeah, there's no rack, there's no fence. No.
Quite different.
Yeah, good times. Next, this is the bedroom. So,
It would be a better with
Yes.
this, right?
well, before I met you, of course, I had the cabinet that's now outside, inside, and I had some pretty old Proliant servers in there. I don't know what these are, like Proliant 2000 or something. Anyway, old, and you can see my Sun Ultra 1 over there, running OpenBSD, I believe. And my server back in the day, it was a dual processor Pentium 3733. Yeah, that's what bedrooms looked like back before things changed.
Before things
Yeah.
changed.
Let's move on. Right, so I don't know when this stopped exactly, but once a year, for the first few years that Jamin and I lived here, these people would turn up on a Sunday. I don't know who they are, what they were doing, but they'd come pelting down the road, playing their instruments and waking me up. It was always a Sunday, and that was back in the days when I used to like to sleep in till about 1, 2 o'clock on a Sunday. And they would come pelting by, making so much noise, and yeah, I didn't like it.
I bet it was also quite the disruption to the traffic that is usually on this road.
Yes, though this is probably going back some years, so it might have been less traffic. But yes, I don't know what they were. Viewers, if any of you know what these people are doing and why they would come out on one Sunday of the year every year and then just stop doing that, do let me know. Any theories?
Marching band.
I think they are, yes, it's a good theory. At least one of them has a high vis on.
Oh yeah.
Next, this is the kitchen.
Irish soda bread?
I guess, Irish soda bread. This was when I had a PC in the kitchen, so that I could consult for recipes. as and when I wanted to get my Sainsbury's Taste the Difference very strong Canadian white bread flour and Dr. Erdke bicarbonate of soda, because nobody else makes kitchen things other than Dr. Erdke. Yeah, so that's that. Any comments?
You have a computer in your kitchen.
Of course. What serious cook doesn't have a computer in their kitchen?
That was also back before you used the stove, so you used it so little that you had a board that was set on top of the hob.
Yes, to give me more worktop space.
Yeah.
Yes, because I never used the hob. No. True. Next. Oh, one of my few pictures of you.
Yes.
With a mug that says Myth. I believe it says Mythic Beasts.
I believe it was a gift to you.
It's a gift to me from eWizard, because she did not believe that I would be bringing a woman. And she said if I brought a woman, then she would eat her hat or give me a gift. And she gave me a gift. There's Thomas Baker in the background, Thomas.
And the body of a big day.
Yeah, yes. The C4R boardroom. Let's move on. Oh, another picture of you.
Oh, gosh.
A rare one.
Dr. Moss is clapping.
Yes, of course he is.
Nobody else is clapping, but Dr. Moss is clapping.
Good job, Dr. Moss. We'd been married minutes at that point.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, yeah, I can see Fock at the front and I see Big D. And I can see, your mother and Henrik. And I can see Louisa. And I can see lots of people in that picture. I'll tell you who I can't see in that picture. Well, lots of people actually. Should we move on?
Yes.
Rollers, this is us having returned to our home, our castle, and all of our loyal subjects were present to congratulate us on our marriage.
Except this was about a year before our marriage.
Yeah, but let's not tell anyone that.
Okay.
Yeah. Where was this?
This was Lulworth Castle.
Oh yeah, Loworth, yeah.
Loworth.
Yeah. Good castle.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy our day at Loworth?
I did. It was interesting and informative.
Yeah, it was. Next. So this is me defending against Thomas again. So this is in Leighton Buzzard, I think. I think this is when a bunch of us went to visit Nodding Dave in Tige. And this was their back garden, and they had a variety of weapons. And Mr. B and I were sparring, I think, at this point. There's another picture that I don't have in this collection, which is Mr. B attacking Javin with a mop. But we'll save that for another day. What do you think?
I think you look like a cowboy samurai.
Yeah.
With a hammer.
Oh yeah, what about a hammer? Yeah. Well, you've got to have dual wield of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Let's move on.
Yeah. DPS.
Anything to say?
I mean, there's so much decorative paneling sale. The modern alternative to tiling.
Yeah, well, you could either tile your bathroom or you could go max DPS. Those are your two choices. That's Ashley Road.
Oh.
I don't know if that place is still there anymore.
I don't believe it is.
Number 98. If anyone knows what's at number 98 on Ashley Road, Parkstone, do feel free to let us know in the comments. Right. Oh!
It's 105.
You've never been on a 105,
I
have
have
you?
not. I have heard of the 105.
Yes. Well, I believe the 101, 102, 103, 104 and 105 were replaced with the M1 and N2. A vastly improved service that was never anywhere near as good. Yeah. An old Optare. The Optares replaced the Skippers, you see, and then the Optares were replaced by the current ones, which I think are Volvo buses. Yeah. Well, that's really interesting. Anyway, that's the intersection of Clarendon Road, Queens Road, and Poole Road, which is a corner where Jan and I used to live.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's also very interesting.
Yes.
Moving on. You of course will recognise this as Hot Diggity Dog, Bournemouth's only takeaway hot dog vendor.
Oh, of course I will.
That's what they claimed at the time, anyway. They closed down long ago.
I see they also had burgers and pizzas.
They did, indeed, yes. Hot Diggity Dog was excellent. Myself and Jamin enjoyed it. There was a taxi place next to it. If you'd get out in Bournemouth on a Friday night, you'd always hear the best music coming from the taxi place. You'd walk past bars and clubs, but the taxi place was always pumping out the best tunes. Yeah. Well.
Oh.
You must have some insight about this.
So, as far as I know, it was built the wrong way around. It was supposed to go side to side and meet those two arches on either side. But, somebody got something wrong. But now they're tearing it down because it is home to many pigeons.
Yes, and we can't have pigeons living places. Yes, indeed, there used to be an arcade on the other side before that Monsoon Stroke Top Shop. And that arcade and the arcade on the other side were to be linked by an arch so that people could traverse from one to the other seamlessly. But yes, it was all done wrong. The arch was installed sideways, the arcade was closed, and now, it's all being torn down. Heritage, eh?
Mm.
Next. You won't recognise this. This is Falmouth Street in Hull, just off Cottingham Road. I lived at number 9 Falmouth Street in 98 and 99 when I was attending the University of Lincolnshire and Humberside. I wasn't there very much because I spent most of my time gallivanting around the country visiting my various friends who were also at university, which is why I dropped out after the first year because I forgot to do any academic scholarly pursuits.
Well, it looks the same. Everything is just duped.
Yeah. Well, that is Terraces. That is Hull. That is 1998. Hull had some very nice areas. It had a lovely industrial estate with a club with milkshake-based alcoholic drinks that Fock enjoyed.
Spider is...
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I may have mentioned it once before.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Hull. Oh, where do you think this is?
Oh, possibly at Canary Wharf.
I said we were getting low fidelity for this video. This is actually a fairly decent quality picture compared to the rest of them. Yes, that was a day when Jamin and I came to London.
Just for no reason.
No, there was a very important reason.
Oh.
Yeah. The reason I think might be the next picture. Yes, we went here. You probably can't really tell where that is. The keen-eyed among you might recognise it. This is actually a very low fidelity picture.
Yes.
So, before I reveal, perhaps the keen eye would care to guess and then let us know in the comments whether or not their guess was right. This is an eatery called Bites, which is on the ground floor of Telehouse North, a very important data centre in London Docklands. Jared and I were visiting Telehouse North on a Saturday to do a little bit of maintenance work. And there's me with my Asus EPC and my QTech 8500 phone and a bottle of Oasis. Good. Well, if any of you have ever been to Telehouse North, tell me what your favourite items of the data centre are. Moving on. Where do you think this was?
Also London, I would assume.
Yeah. I never remember which one's which. Is this Baron's Court or Earl's Court? I always get the two mixed up.
That is a fine question. You look very young now. How old are you?
Well, let's have a try. It's the Daily Mail Ideal Home Show 2004. So I guess I was 24 or 23. Oh, it says at the top there, March, April. So I was 23.
You look much younger than that.
That's good. It was a terrible show.
Oh, okay.
Though it did have the authentic V, which is a chopper, and there's a gentleman showing off the chopper. It's basically everything you see on shopping channels is there. It was great. Yeah. Good. And I had a got inside as well.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. This is an airport in Norway.
I've never been to an airport in Norway. I've been to a port. in Norway.
Well, this was the train station at the airport in Norway. I was getting on a train to go to another place in Norway.
Your sunglasses look photoshopped on.
Do they?
They look like pixelated.
Well, maybe they're just a bit gangster.
Deal with it.
So yeah, that's Norway. That's me getting on a train to go somewhere. To go here, in fact, the Winter Olympic Stadium or something, for The Gathering, which was a LAN party. That's back when, of course, when it was all CRTs.
Yeah. People brought their CRTs from far and wide.
Yep. Well, I don't imagine that many people came all the way from Britain to go to this LAN party, but some. My highlight for me of this particular LAN party was the finals of the Dance Dance Revolution professional competition thing, and yes, watching the contestants in the final participate and seeing their legs move at speeds I thought impossible was good.
That sounds like fun.
Because it was sponsored by Microsoft back when it was just Xbox, the original Xbox. Yeah.
Very good.
It was good. It was very good. Well, this is me still in Norway.
Riding a
log-based children's device.
That's for children. I thought it was some industrial machine.
No, I think it's a children's play area.
Oh, okay.
I look quite sinister riding the children's play device.
And your sunglasses still look like they're photoshopped on.
Well, you can't remove Photoshop sunglasses. What's next? So this is Switzerland, as you can tell.
Well, I mean, everything is white, so...
Now, we were going up the Matterhorn, as one does. We couldn't get to the top of the Matterhorn because the weather conditions were too perilous. But we went as far up as we could and then stepped outside in a massive ice storm. And yeah, that was me outside in an ice storm on the Matterhorn with Sandrine, who played a paladin in EverQuest 2 in my guild.
Oh.
Shalinia was taking the picture, who played a Fury.
It's a good combo, Paladin and Fury.
They did group together a lot, both being from Lausanne, or at least nearby. Yeah. Well, that's Switzerland. This is not Switzerland, this is County Gates.
I remember that, well, not this specifically, but I remember these offices.
Yes, well, that's right, and that door on the right there is the boardroom that we saw earlier on in the sequence.
Yes.
Now, I can say this is a very, very early photograph of County Gates because the appliques are not on the glass.
Right, I remember that.
Very dangerous. In fact, I do believe the receptionist once walked into a closed door, which we all laughed about, and we laughed when he did it again about 3 minutes later. Moving on. Significantly later. Because this is the 3rd floor, and we started out with just the 7th floor and the 1st floor. And then we moved onto the 3rd floor and the 8th floor as well.
Players. It's a nice looking sofa.
It's not bad, is it?
How often did you sleep on that sofa?
I don't think I've ever slept on that sofa.
Oh.
I mean, I did a lot of very long hours in the data centre, but as it was a 10-minute walk home, I never really felt the need.
True. Okay.
Oh, this is the lavatories. I think that's the 7th floor. Yes, that's the 7th floor lavatories. County Gates.
Good.
Gentlemen's lavatories, obviously, the urinals.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the urinals.
And this is significantly later than that even. So this is on the 1st floor in the data centre. This is when we were staging our new network. So we had an all Cisco network, mostly Catalyst 6500s, and we're replacing it with a hybrid Juniper Extreme network. So there's a bunch of Juniper MXs and some Extreme Summit switches, were they? The project was not a complete success, and we ended up bidding off all the Extremes and buying more Junipers and making an all Juniper network. But yeah, the Beard actually cabled up all of that in the staging area. The idea was we configured them all in situ and then shipped them all out to the various sites ready to go.
See?
I got my Juniper certification, my JNCIS, after we'd finished rolling it all out. So that's good. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Ah,
Please.
what do you make of this picture?
It's very North American, isn't it?
Yes, it is in a place near Cleveland, Ohio.
It's a lot of leaves.
Should I move on?
Yes.
Okay. This is actually in Cleveland itself. I think this might be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Tell me what you're doing in this picture.
I'm smoking a bench.
And why would one smoke a bench?
I don't remember. Jamin and I took a lot of photos of us smoking benches. I think I once knelt down next to a bench for some reason, and one of the viewers of our webcam show, while we were proffering up some of the photos we'd taken, asked why I was smoking a bench. And I don't know why the position I was in looked like I was smoking a bench, but then we made a point of taking pictures of us smoking benches wherever we went. I guess that was a bench in a corridor in Cleveland.
Good.
How you know?
Now I know.
Me discharging my weapon.
I don't. This must be in Las Vegas.
I think it probably is, yes.
Where else can you do this? Just, I guess there are gun ranges.
Yes, yes. Not that many in Bournemouth, granted. Especially not where you'd be wielding a weapon of that nature.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
More Las Vegas. Caesars, yes. This is me at my suite at Caesars.
With a Gatorade?
With a Gatorade and a Nexus 7.
2 Gatorades, in fact.
Well, you always think 2 Gatorades into the hot tub, yes.
Very nice.
Yes. More Las Vegas. So that is me and Fock and Big D in front of a nuclear weapon.
Oh. I never would have thought that.
No, we're at the Atomic Testing Museum. So bonus points for any viewer who can comment to let me know what type of bomb that is. And yes, what payload yield it typically carried. Because you know off the top of your head, do you?
I don't.
No, okay, we haven't been to the Atomic Testing Museum,
No.
so you wouldn't.
Sure.
Oh, it's the Beard and Big D. Out on one of there.
Oh, yes. On one of the Stratosphere rides.
I can confirm that, yes. Yes, I've been on that ride myself a few times.
How was it?
It's good, yeah. You sit down and it goes out and it hangs you over the side and spins you around. And you can see Las Vegas.
Yeah. I don't think I could do that.
No.
No.
Okay. Moving on.
Oh yes, the giant. This is between Bally's and Paris?
It was indeed between Bally's and Paris. No more though.
No? How do I know?
I think maybe I mentioned to you before. This is between Bally's and Paris.
Oh.
Fock is wearing his SOE Fanfare t-shirt. Is that 2010?
I would not know.
Could that be 2010 when I went for my 30th birthday? Could be. Don't know. Guilty Pleasures is what's got written on the front of it. I know that much, but the picture is not quite high resolution enough. I only know it because I have one myself. Moving on. Fock and D and the Beard on the roof at the Rio.
Ah, yes, Voodoo.
Voodoo, indeed, yes. Don't they look like a bunch of jolly campers?
They do. Yeah. The people.
People. What's next? Is this a palazzo? Or is it a Venetian? Certainly has a ceiling that looks like one of those.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not getting any other cues. I don't know. It almost looks Bellagio-ish.
Well, again, more bonus points for anyone who can identify which Hotel Casino this is. Yes, me and Fock and Jamin. Moving on. Okay, so this is me and Fock and Dee at Fanfare. Well, I guess SOE Live, because they renamed it from Fanfare to Live, and Dee is wearing a Live. So, what would that have been? 2012, possibly? So Fock has got his 2010 t-shirt on, Dee has got his 2012 t-shirt on, and I've got my 2008 t-shirt on. And I am using my lanyard from 2007. So I am just proffering all the years of Fanfare there.
You're really playing at the I've been here before, I've done this, I am awesome.
Yeah, well, I am awesome.
Good.
Thank you. Oh, more Fanfare. Which Fanfare is this? I'm wearing the same t-shirt and lanyard. This is the pool party at Bally's. There's right centre of the frame Joshua Kriegshauser, and then on the to his left that's his wife. I can't remember her name. Don't know who's to the left of that. Then Greg Spence and Tiffany Spence. All excellent EQ2 developer men. Those two.
Yes.
Moving on. Now this is a venue that you're familiar with.
This would be Tamba.
Yes, the Indian restaurant centre strip. Me and Dee and Jamin. Oh, am I wearing the same t-shirt there as I'm wearing right now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Excellent. Well, that would have been 2010, I guess. I'm not really sure anymore.
Well, it's good to know that it's still there.
It is good to know, yes.
It's the only Indian.
It is quite a significant venue for us, though, isn't it?
Yes, we went there after our wedding.
Yes, we did. Yes. Well. There's me.
Looking like an old babushka.
A what?
An old lady in Russia.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it looked a little Yemenese, actually, but yeah, it could be Russian. Yes. Well, I'm actually on my way to Hamburg.
Not what I would have guessed.
Okay. Well, maybe now you can see me in front of some water in Hamburg with Tej.
You look into each other's eyes with such love and affection.
Tej and I have a great deal of love. Oh, look, me at the Stadthausbrücke station. Giving someone out.
I thought you were...
I don't think it's hailing a train. Yes, hailing a train. Oh, me and Dr. Moss. This is on the way back from Hamburg on the ferry. This is hailing a ferry. This is one of Dr. Moss's favourite photographs ever taken, because he believes that I look like a somewhat mentally hindered Vogon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's that. Comments below, please. Right, this is me at an airport, looking at the field. I would say that's Heathrow.
With slightly too much hair.
Slightly too much hair. About to take a plane to New York.
Oh.
Here's New York.
Definitely looks like New York.
Yep, there's me in New York. There's me also in New York. In the Atrium Lounge at the Marriott Marquis.
Oh, yeah.
Taking a hot chocolate from Starbucks.
Very good.
I was there with Jamin. Don't know what the year that was. Oh, and then we went on a boat. I think it was called the Shark.
Who is the child behind you looking at the camera with disdain?
I don't know. But I would assume that the child is probably a good 15 years older now than he was in that photograph.
Yes, that would be true.
Also New York. This is one of the Yankee stadiums that has since been torn down, I believe.
Oh, wow.
All repurposed for someone else. Jan and I went to see some ball. Another picture of New York, taken significantly later. I think that was when I was there with Fock. In a different Yankee stadium. I can see an advert in the background for Nathan's there.
Yeah.
And the t-shirt, it's again the same as the one that I've currently got on.
It's not quite as worn though in that picture.
No, I guess there's quite a few years between the first picture and that picture and as I am now. Fuck, am I? I'll be wearing my 3 Live t-shirt. This is at the Little Chef in Winterbourne, Zalston.
Oh, Little Chef.
Little Chef. I'm looking forward to going to Little Chefs again.
I guess I'll be taking you as they are only roadside.
They are only roadside, yes. And Winterbourne, Zalston is probably not the easiest. There's bound to be a bus that goes out there. An X something. There always is. If anyone knows which buses go there, do let me know. Because I'm going by myself, apparently. This was taken at Beta. This was when my parachute failed to open when I was skydiving over a pool. Fortunately, I landed on some soft rocks.
You do have a beached whaleness about you.
I guess that's a deja vu. Now, this is an interesting one. Vulcan registered a domain name purely to showcase this photograph because he enjoyed it so much.
Why are your glasses plugged in?
They are 3D glasses.
Oh.
Long story. We should move on.
Okay. Very young Jacob.
Yes, that's an 18-year-old Jacob with Ingrid. Ingrid was only 2 years old, or 1 year old at that point, I think. That was taken me leaving 3FA on my way to Hull.
Wow. Long time ago.
Long time ago. Didn't even have this t-shirt then. Yeah, I guess that was taken in 1981. I think that was my first birthday party.
Tiny Jacob.
Didn't have the t-shirt then either.
No.
Did have the haircut though. Yes.
Good.
It's a nice bin in the background, isn't it? Do you think it's a Brabantia?
Could be a Brabantia.
Could be a Brabantia. Moving on. Now this is the cover shot for mine and Jamin's internet television show, Lounging.
There's a lot going on in this picture. First of all, it looks like Jamin has 2 sets of feet.
Yes.
He has a CRT in front of him.
Yes. I should know how old this is.
You have a sword.
Yes.
No feet.
No.
And something about a military time clock.
There is a military time clock there, yes.
Yeah.
And mountains, of course, the elephant in the room. Yes. Well, so this shot is taken at basically the exact same angle as the shot we're currently in.
Oh, exciting.
This is that corner of the room. And yes, what can I say? That was right after Shoutcast video in the Winamp library came out that we started up our television show.
And who would not want to watch your television show with this as the cover image?
I know, right? Anyway, that's it. That was the last picture. That's
Wow.
the 56th and final picture. A tour through the diesel decks, if you will. Well, how did you enjoy the slideshow?
I enjoyed it. It was like a blast from the past, but not in chronological order.
No, and not your past.
Not my past.
No,
either.
indeed, no. Well, I'm sure some of my viewer will have enjoyed that.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I think we should probably stop it there since we're over half an hour in now. I hope all of you that made it to the end or skipped through it until there were no more slides showing in the preview and just came straight out of the video enjoyed that which you watched. And I certainly hope you found it interesting and informative. And I hope that in the comments below you'd like to link to various photographs from your past, or perhaps post a video response of a carousel of your favourite photographs.
Yes. Do that.
Well, have you got anything to say to our viewers?
I have nothing more to say.
In which case, the only thing I have to say is, well, I think that's what I've all got to say. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, guys, it's, well,
Goodbye.
goodbye. I see there's a little note here above the cooker. What does that say? Never had Waitrose brand, so have enclosed, and it's on us for a different brand. Well, thank you, the coat of arms of the Ukraine. That's good to know. Excellent. Good.